How's everyone doing? Anybody here yet? I see someone's watching. Go ahead, speak up. Who's there? Anybody? I'm doing good, man. Doing real good. I was gonna say, I know next to nothing about Skinwalker Ranch. I've heard stories about it. I know there's a lot of stuff there, but I know next to nothing about it. So believe me, I'd love someone to discuss it with me and enlighten me. Hey, Sean, what's going on, man? Like I said, this is my first, so I'm probably not gonna do great with it, but I'm gonna try. Yep, I'm live. Hmm. Trying to see how I can give people wrenches. I'm not quite sure how to do that just yet, but I'll be finding out soon enough, I guess. So, what is so special about Skinwalker Ranch? Like I said, I know next to nothing about it. I'd love someone to enlighten me. Hey, Shark, how's it going, man? Let's see here. Okay, like I said, I'm just learning how to use this stupid thing, so bear with me. Let's see how I can send out invites here. There we go. Make this easier. Someone wants to hop on, bam, right there. As long as there's no goddamn hot pockets, we'll be fine. Pit's obviously another name of mine. Hop on. I believe it. That's isn't that on like Native American territory or indigenous folks? So I'm pretty sure there would definitely be something there, wouldn't there? That link working? Oh, here we go. I see. Let's see here. Kind of spirits. There we go. Hmm? Yeah, I know skinwalkers are very bad news. I know that for a fact, at least from what I've heard and been told. Scary shit. Oh, so there's a show about it too, huh? I need to check that out. Definitely. Hang on here. Let's see. Hoping this invite works. Hang on here real quick. Hey, Sean, hop aboard if you want, man. Anybody. I think that's the link. Copy and paste that thing, and you should be in. Okay. Yeah, check that out. Like I said, I've heard talks about this, but I know next to nothing about it. So, hey, look, how's it going? First live stream I've ever done in my life, so bear with me. I'm going to be making a lot of mistakes. Hell, I don't even know how to get people wrenches yet. Like I said, I'm completely new in this. Let's see here. It might have I changed over. Give me a minute here. Switch over. Now I might be able to. There we go. Now I think I can give people wrenches. Hang on here real quick. Chaos. Definitely. Moderator. Got that one. Lakea. Definitely. Hang on here. Moderator. There goes Sean. There you go. Oh, so Hulu was a documentary. That's cool. Did not know that. There we go. We got you some wrenches there, guys. No, I was multitasking under another. I have multiple accounts on YouTube, which I use because I'm subscribed to a lot of shit. So I use different names, and I was under another name. I had to switch over to this account. I'm doing it right now. Not a problem, man. Thanks, guys. Um, so there's a Hulu thing on it, huh? Okay. I know that Skinwalker Ranch is. I don't even really know where the hell it is. Not a problem, man. I was gonna say I know it. I'm not even sure where the hell it's at. I know it's definitely not here, and it's. Like I said, it's built on, I think, on like an old burial ground or something, and supposedly it's just all kinds of crazy shit goes there, from cryptid sightings to look up George. Okay, actually, I might. Okay, George Knapp. He's with Coast to Coast. Okay, I'll look him up. Utah. Okay, thanks, man. Thanks. Sorry, I sound like a dumbass with this. This is something that I've never really come. I've heard it, but I've never come across it. So I'm kind of learning with all this crap as like everyone else, you know. Man, Utah. Okay. Let's see here. Skinwalker Ranch, Utah. Is it? I mean, you guys are guiding me through this one. Okay. Skinwalker Ranch. How about a paranormal? Okay. There's this thing about it on the History Channel. Okay, that's cool. Bob Lazar. So, does anyone here have they had any experiences, or have they been there? You know, to this ranch or close to it? Have they done any investigations themselves in the live chat? Hmm? Oh, cool, Sean. I did not know that. Okay, that's really cool. I did not know that. I'll have to sit in and watch that. I was kind of occupied with other things last night. Okay, I'm going to send out the link one more time. Yeah, I've heard that. I have heard that. I've heard there's been a lot of unfortunate accidents and bad shit that's happened over there. I do know that. Share. Okay, let's see here. Invite. Uh, Copy. Okay, guys. Oh, really? Danielle has, huh? Okay. There we go. Have a board, guys, if you want them. There we go. That should actually add a little bit more. There we go. Um, okay. What did she find out there? let's see here. Not good. I believe that too. That's scary stuff. Stargates, portals, yeah. I believe that. Those things are everywhere too. Many people don't know that. Portals, I mean. Just about anything can become a portal. Okay. What kind of things follow you? Hmm? Any idea? What follows you? Spirits? Something else? That's what I'm kind of curious about. I'm going to put that down right now. Hunt for the Skinwalker. Okay, hang on here. Let's see what we got with that. Okay, so there's actually there's a book and also Hulu. Okay, there's actually, okay, I'll be looking at this later. Because I know you guys got me fascinated with this stuff. Hang on here real quick. Here we go. Hunt for the Skinwalker. I think it's this right here. Right there. I believe it. A lot of these things, they give off some kind of resonance that can affect electronics. I've witnessed that myself on more times than I can even count. Even a person who has the sight or their ability can, if they're emotionally in distress or they're under a lot of pressure or whatever it is, their own anything electronic close to them can be set off, or whatever is close to them or whatever is attached to them. I know that from personal experience. So I believe that. What Shock's saying, yeah, I believe you, dude. Big time. I don't know what it is with electronics and paranormal stuff, but crazy shit happens. That I do know for a fact. Let's see here. Bear with me. Okay. So I'm kind of learning how to use this stupid thing. Okay, like I said, I'm going to check out the movie probably after I'm done with this. Looks very interesting. So, trying to think. What do you think could be, if there's electronic interference or anything, what do you think could be the cause of it? I've put out my own theories. What do you think could be causing these strange events that follow these people wherever they're going after they're at this place? Hmm? I'd love to hear. Anybody? I personally think, like I said, it's some kind of resonance that whatever it is maybe is attached to these people or whatever they had to start with in them is triggered, and it just is giving, like I said, probably whatever was there is attached to them or their spirit, and it's affecting whatever's around them. Also, you got to remember, I believe firmly this reality that we're in is definitely not the only one. Let's see here. Anybody want to join the chat? Anyone want to be on the stream? Hang on here. Go ahead and copy us. There we go. Let's see what you got. I mean, with all the research that's been going on, they really don't know what's going on. It's almost like a presence. Yeah, definitely. I can agree with that. There's definitely an entity that is, or entities, I believe, that are, yeah, there's definitely something going on with that. Excuse me. I can believe that. There's definitely something going on that that cannot be explained. It is built over a burial ground, right? Or am I wrong on that? It is, right? Or am I mistaken? Is there something else that could be causing this all the stuff that's going on there? But I think it's like unbuilt on old Native American property, ain't it? Just curious. Anybody that want to jump on board, they got the invite. They're more than welcome to. I do know there's been cryptid sightings, anything from Dogman to Bigfoot to even like rake-like things, crawlers, all kinds of weird shit up there. I know that. And of course, there's been UFO sightings. There's obviously Bigfoot, things like that. There's been all kinds of stuff. So I'm wondering what's drawing those cryptids there. That's what I'm really curious about. I mean, the spiritual stuff, I've had some experience with that. But I'm wondering what's drawing the other stuff to that area. Is it something that's spiritual within them or a connection or what? What do you guys think? You think there's a connection between the cryptids and the paranormal stuff that's going on in that place? That's what I want to know. I'm going to kind of keep my own opinions on hold right now. I want to hear what people, have to say about it. At least for right now. If anyone wants to speak, they're more than welcome to. Awesome, Lakay. Let's hear it. What kind of, you're welcome to come aboard if you want. Hang on here. Believe me, I'd love to have. What kind of connection are you thinking? I have no idea. They're doing. I have heard about that. They're doing rockets up, taking readings, and shooting lasers in the sky. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't be surprised if Uncle Sam's doing something that he shouldn't be doing out there. That actually makes sense. I mean, hell, look at Area 51. I mean, I'm pretty sure they've been. Hey, look out.
Hey, how are you, Ed?
I'm good. Like I said, this stream ain't going to be very long, but I just wanted to kind of test the waters and see what was going on. How are you?
I'm doing great. I definitely think there's a connection between the cryptids and the extraterrestrials on Skinwalker Ranch. I believe that there wouldn't be as many extraterrestrials out there if it wasn't for the cryptids.
Really?
I believe they're there studying the cryptids.
That's actually, I never thought of it like that. I actually thought, that makes sense. That's a very good idea. That makes a lot of sense. Of course, that's definitely a probability, actually. Of
Yeah,
course. Just like the government is probably out there trying to study whatever the hell they can. And of course, what does the government like to do? Exploit. But let's move on past that.
exactly.
I get you.
Exactly. But I believe that they're the extraterrestrials or I believe they're studying the cryptids. I believe that what they don't know about them, they're trying to learn about them.
Mm-hmm.
Just like, we're trying to learn about them.
Yes, ma'am. I agree 100% on that. That makes a lot of sense. But I'm wondering well, I mean, the thing is, it wasn't Skinwalker Ranch built on a burial ground, or am I mistaken on that? I might be getting confused with another property.
I think so. I could be wrong too, but I think so.
That would explain a lot of the spiritual activity that's going on there. And
Oh, yeah.
I also know that animals, just from my own experiences, when it comes to weird shit, and you know what I mean by that,
Yeah.
paranormal stuff, animals are going to have one response or the other, no in between. They're either going to be drawn to it or they're going to
Hmm.
be like, I don't want to deal with this. Especially if it's malevolent, they'll get the hell out of there. So something is, cryptids like Bigfoot and Dogman and all that, I think they have senses we don't, obviously. So
Hmm.
so maybe it's that spiritual aspect that's drawing them to the property. And of course, the extraterrestrials are trying to study everything, just like we are.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. That
Okay,
makes a lot of sense.
hang on here. The researchers now they're working through the. Yeah, there's definitely. I think it's probably all. Shock's right. I think there's all three of it going on. That's just. It's crazy, man. There's been so many stories that have been told about this place, and it's just. I don't even really know the history of it. I just know that it's been around for a while, and people have been studying it, and that's really all I know. And there's been a lot of bad stuff that's been linked to this place.
Yeah.
And as for the Skinwalker, I mean, obviously there's some sightings of those things, or else it wouldn't have been called that. What is this one saying? Tiffany stalking out. I would dive in the deep end of the pool, sleep out alone in the triangle on a cat. See what happens. Homestead 2 as well. That on a cot. My bad. I misread that. On a cot and see what happens. You're braver than I am. Tell you right now, I ain't no way in hell I'm going out there. I
Braver
have
than
to
me.
I have to deal with enough weird stuff in my life as it is. Nothing that I asked for. And no way in hell I'm wanting more of it. But that's neither here nor there. I gotta give her credit. She has more stones than I do.
Yeah. I do good under my AC in my own home. I,
Exactly.
I have enough in the backyard right now to deal with.
Mhm. I was gonna
I,
ask, how are things going with that? I ain't really been able to pay much attention to you guys. What's up with that?
um, we had a week ago. We had some activity. We had actually a squatch peer into my living room window.
Oh, hell no.
We thought it was a human being, and my son went to grab his gun and strap,
You know, of course.
and he said, "If you're standing there when I get back, I'm going to drop you." And when he got back, it raised up out of the window, and this window's over 5 feet tall.
Oh, hell no.
And it raised up out of the window and took off to the backyard. And we realized it had to have been at least 8 feet tall the way it leaned down in the window.
Uh-uh.
And
No,
this
you be
happened at nighttime too. So
no, ma'am. You be seeing me probably packing and moving. No,
exactly.
ma'am.
Exactly. It's like we heard the dog barking and we couldn't figure out what the dog was barking at. Well, when my son seen it in the window, he's like, "Oh, somebody's trying to break in the house, or we have
Mm,
the time." But no, it was a squatch.
no, thank you. Be honest, I've never had a cryptid sighting in my life that I know of. The closest thing was when I was in Houston. I lived in a, oh, you already know, I lived in a rooming house. And the thing
Mhm.
is, okay, let me describe this place as best I can. There were two rooms that one I moved into, which was larger at the time, because I was on good terms with the landlord. But anyway, I'll tell you what went down. I decided to just relax for the night. This is in the first room, and it was all the way in the back of the house upstairs. And you're talking at least a good, I would say 10, 15 foot off the ground. And there was a area when I opened the door or the window, I could, if I wanted
Mhm.
to, I could have stepped out onto the roof of the the lower part. But
Yeah.
anyway, there was this snarling in my window, like just this
Mm.
vicious. It wasn't a dog. It almost sounded like a big cat, and it was just this snarling in my window. And I, of course, am trying to see what the hell it was, and there was nothing there. But whatever it was, no dog or anything like that could have. I could have. It was right by the window. There's no way in hell I could have heard anything else.
Oh
So
my
there's no way
goodness.
in anything a dog could have gotten up there, and I doubt a cat could have climbed up that high. Unless, I mean, of course it could have, but there's no reason for it. We didn't have cats in that area, not like
Yeah,
that. And a damn cat ain't gonna snarl like that. So I don't know what the hell it was. I don't ever want to come across it again either. I'll tell you that.
I believe it.
Also, here's the thing: where I was living was also it was connected to an old burial ground. It was close by, not even maybe a quarter of a mile away. There was a burial ground that was old. It was one of the oldest in Houston. Also, it was near a train yard.
Mm.
So there was all kinds of weird shit. So I do believe that with Skinwalker Ranch, that kind of situation, there's similar elements there. And
Yeah,
I believe it opens portals to whatever is going on. And they're definitely going to be, whatever it is there, I believe is not, I think it's just really a gateway for things that are kind of traveling across. But I
Oh
think
yeah.
that some things have like to stay there.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. I was gonna say, has there been any paranormal stuff that's been going on with you other than the Bigfoot?
Not really, no. I've had a few will-o' the wisp sightings
Yeah,
outside in the front yard, but that's about it. Nothing unusual. It's been more or less quiet here.
I'm glad to hear that. Believe me, you guys have been through enough.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, I'm glad. Hang on, let's see what Tiffany's here. Portals that have been coming through at different times. Coming, yeah, definitely. Ships, huh? Of course, I'd explain the UFO thing. Two other people look into what was this? Hang on here. Tiffany was saying something. I believe that a person reacts to this. I can respect that. I can definitely respect that. It depends on how you respond to something that it will definitely occur. I get that. I think a person just needs to be careful, especially if they ain't got no knowledge of anything. That's the thing. My knowledge is limited, so ain't no way in hell. Like I said, she's braver than I am.
And
Let's see.
humans have a natural reaction of fear, so
Of course,
it's hard not to react out of fear.
exactly. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Animals in the wild need fear like they need their sight and their senses. It keeps them alive. Humans are no
Mhm.
different. Let me see what Shock said. Two other people look into is Colonel John Alexander. Okay, I'll take a look at these guys because honestly, I think they'll be very useful. Thanks for sharing that. I'm actually going to write that down right now. Hang on here, notepad. But I think that might be important. Also for doing okay, Colonel John Bigelow and John and Robert Bigelow. Hang on here, and Rob Bigelow. There we go. Save that. Let's save it. Hang on here. There we go. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. I'm gonna look into that. But me okay. What was that Sean said here? He said
Bigelow set up a UFO reporting arm for the FAA.
oh wow, that's crazy, man. Yeah, that's one thing that's always fascinated me. It's like they're now even. It's like there's so many governments that even in Europe they're saying yeah UFOs
Mhm.
exist, but here in the United States they're like playing stupid. True, they're
Oh,
kind of giving
yeah.
some disclosure. To me, it's ridiculous.
I mean, they gave us a I call it a semi soft disclosure.
Yep.
To me, it wasn't even necessarily a soft disclosure about them.
Exactly.
But, I want to know, when are they going to come out with the rest of the information? When are they finally going to, people have believed in UFOs and aliens and extraterrestrials and multidimensional beings forever and a day.
Yeah.
Like, I can understand them withholding information on Sasquatch, Dogman. The population as a whole may not be ready for that yet,
Oh yeah, of course.
but the extraterrestrial thing, like, come on, it's time we know. It's time to put the information
Yes.
out there.
Yes. It's freaking ridiculous. I was going to say, yeah, I'm very aware of what would happen if we tried to disclose. You got to think about this. A lot of this country, the U.S. of A. is a fairly, of North and South America. The U.S. of A. takes a good. I mean, it's not the biggest continent out there, not even close. But there are
Mhm.
a lot of woods. Forestry is a big industry here in this country. National
Mhm.
parks, even when the COVID mess was going on, it was still going on. There is a massive interest in the economy, which they have. So if you disclose about Dogman, Bigfoot, or anything else is in them woods, people ain't stupid. They're not going to go out there. They're going to be like,
Yeah.
oh, hell no. Or what if people decide, which is understandable, they say Bigfoot. That's a primate. It could be an endangered species. Or if you kill one, you could be busted for murder. People ain't going to want to mess with that. And basically everything goes to a standstill. I understand what you're saying about that. And of course, a freaking werewolf, don't even go there. I mean, people ain't going to want to, they can't wrap their minds around that.
Yeah.
But as for, I agree. I mean, you can't say, I mean, me personally, I don't just believe. I've seen these things. I've seen UFOs. I've seen other things. I can't, I mean, I'm sorry. I'm crazy, but I'm not completely insane. I know what I saw.
Exactly.
I know what I saw. That's why I'm saying what I'm, Austin's who use that dominant. Oh yeah, I remember that. A friend of mine was telling me about that in the Austin Zoo. The dog man, Sean. Yeah, you're right. That right there, for free advertisement. Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, that right there is very interesting. That's crazy. But I'm just thinking. I think that's kind of another way for soft disclosure, quote unquote. They're trying to
Hmm.
prepare people for what's coming out, and even then, I don't think you can really prepare anybody. Not at all. So I'm thinking, what exactly? Well, when it comes to Skinwalker Ranch, obviously Skinwalkers have been seen there. That right there is scary stuff, right there, man. I mean, to be
Oh,
honest,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, that right there that's the one thing that scares me probably more than any cryptid, anything else. That right there scares the shit out of me because I know what them things, what they can do because it's powered by human evil, which is the worst of it.
I, for one, would not like to run into one. No, thank you.
No, man. Like I said, that's powered by human evil right there, and greed, ambition, and all
Hmm.
kinds of very negative shit. And that right there is the worst of it. Why do you think? I mean, I'm just saying that's the reason demonic hosts love to have us as hosts because it's innately
Exactly.
in us. No, thank you. But let's see here. Anyone else? I'm gonna go and send out a link here real quick. Bear with me.
Well, I'm
Anyone else?
gonna hop off here, Wes. I gotta go do some stuff, but
Hey,
thank you
no
for having me
worries.
on.
Gladly, not a problem. I'm gonna wrap this up pretty soon. I'm just kind of testing things out, but I appreciate you being on here. You go ahead and do your thing. You be blessed. All right.
All right, see you guys later.
Mm. All right. Anybody else want to get on here? Hang on here real quick. Copy the link here again. All right. There we go. Drop this bad boy here. Boom. What else do you guys think that's out there in Skinwalker Ranch that ain't no one else knowing about? Any ideas? What could be out there? You think crawlers are out there? I mean, we know about Dogman and Bigfoot. What else do you think could be out there in Skinwalker Ranch that ain't really, that will really be found anywhere else? You think? That's what I'm wanting to know. Any ideas? Because I think that place is unique in its own right. I believe that you don't just. I believe personally that it's like what Lakea was saying. There's something going on there, and I think hide anything and no shit. That's scary stuff right there. Hide anything in 400 plus acres. Yeah, I mean, I've also heard about people looking through like Google Earth and stuff like that, or whatever it is, using software to try to find different things there, and they can't find shit. That right there is a big red flag in itself. That's a good question, Tiffany. I'll tell you what I think they are. Dogman is something that is everything. Here's the thing. Do I believe werewolves exist? Yes, I do. I do not believe they're Dogman. I believe they're mistaken for Dogman. I firmly believe that Dogman is one of three things. It is an old world creature that's been around. Maybe it was before the time of Noah, before the flood, and it survived. Whatever. I don't know. But I believe there are these creatures in the wild. Number two, I believe that the government has been tinkering, or other forces have been tinkering with these things that should not be fucked with. And the third is demonic. And I definitely believe that there is some demonic activity with these things. There is no doubt about that in my mind. I think it's a little bit of everything. Yes, I believe that there are that. Hang on, Sean. Let me go ahead and let you in here. Hey, man, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, bud?
Nothing much, bro. I was going to ask. Doesn't want to say. Tiffany was asking a good question about Dogman, and I'm thinking, yeah, definitely there are. It's a little bit of everything on that.
Oh yeah, there's a little bit of everything coming out of there. I've seen UFOs, portals, disembodied voices that sound like they're about one story above you,
Yep.
talking to you.
Yep. It's freaking crazy. Where I used to live was just like that, man. It was just so freaking. It was a mess. I know a few of the things you already know. Some of the stuff that I was doing wasn't exactly the smartest of things, but I've learned since that time. And let me tell you, like I said, I can only imagine that was a hot spot. I can only imagine what the hell is going around. Oh, Oracle said she was going to share out. Let's go ahead and know what you
Yeah,
got to say.
Cass is a pretty cool lady for sure.
Yeah. What is she saying? I'll share out. What do you mean by that? Believe me, I'd love
Share out
to.
your yeah, she's sharing out your feed.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate you a lot. Thanks. I was kind of confused on that one. Okay, cool. I appreciate that. Let me see. Share. Oh, never mind. Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to be on here too much longer. I'm just testing things out. But I was going to say, definitely, I think that Dogman is something that was engineered, and definitely something that was also old world. And of course, I think also you got to think on this. People have no understanding of the power of the mind, and what I mean by that is what they put out. They can literally make into a physical manifestation. Look up the Tibetan practice of making a tulpa. That right there is some weird stuff. I think it's kind of a subconscious version of that. People are thinking about it and they basically put it into reality. Hey, what's going on, Sue?
Hey, there's Sue. What time is it in Australia, Sue? Did I say Sue or Zoo? Sue. No, I'm not drinking anything.
Oh Lord.
There you go. But Jason, what's going on?
Hey, what's going
Oh,
on,
hold on a
Jason?
second. I've got that. I had that link with that zoo thing. Give me just a second. I'll share it out. Aha.
Okay. No, hang on. What was this? What Shock said? So much you will see after you read book freaking dinosaurs. I'm kind of confused on that one, bud. Trying to understand.
All right. If you look down at your dashboard, you'll see that I've
Yeah, I
shared
see
out
it.
something.
Yeah, I'm
There
looking
you
at it
go.
right now.
There
Okay,
you go.
biped. Okay, let's see here. Bipedal. How do I share that?
It's already out. You can
Okay,
see
so
it.
I see it's on the screen. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Let me see what it says here. Biped. Yeah, I saw that. That was in Austin. My a family member showed that to me. And do I think that's real? I think it was I think it was a soft disclosure and advertisement. It could be real, but I have my doubts. That's just my own personal opinion. I've seen too
That
many.
that's some skinny little kid with a
Yeah,
hat on. Looks like
that's
to
what I'm
me.
saying. I've seen too much movies and Hollywood bullshit, and I'm an aficionado. I'm not an expert, but I'm definitely an aficionado when it comes to stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's what you just said. Some skinny kid with in a costume.
Yep, that's about it, man.
Oh Lord, but I think I'll be honest with you, if them people if that was the real thing, they wouldn't. Number one, people would be shitting their pants and running in terror. Number two, you wouldn't be hearing no news about nothing. You'd probably be seeing Men in Black.
True.
Also, you guys, if you want to see something which is interesting, it's something I follow for a while. It's uh, it's more entertainment. There's nothing grounded in this, but it definitely has some interesting, insights. And it's called the SCP Foundation. It's all fiction, but it's all very entertaining, and it covers all kinds of weird, fun stuff. If you get a chance, look up some of those. It's just interesting, and I'm wondering if. Part of me wonders, of course, it's quoted as entertainment, but I'm wondering if some of that soft disclosure as well on what could be coming down the pipe.
Mm.
Let me see if I can find it here. Yeah, hang on. www.scp.com. I think is what it is. Hold on a minute. Ugh, never mind. Hang on. SCP. Right here. Is this it? Nope. This is something else. SCP. Like I said, it's entertainment. Basically different guys online decided to come up with something. But here we go. This is something which is, again, this is all fiction, but it's entertaining regardless. I'm going to put it out here. Just for you guys to kind of take a look at it. I mean, I consider it in some ways soft disclosure by, people who may be trying to put information out there, but, they're not wanting to get into hot water, if you get my drift. It's just entertaining stuff, different things. And of course, I used to play D&D and shit like that. I ain't done that in a while, but it's just different stuff that's connected to different things. It's just entertainment. But again, I believe it's like a soft disclosure for stuff that could be really out there in all seriousness.
Oh yeah. We were talking earlier on the phone that we thought that we're going to see more and more dogmen and other cryptid, UFO, you name it,
We're going to see all
supernatural.
kinds of shit, man.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're going to see wonderful things and also horrifying things in the next 10 years or sooner. Probably a lot sooner.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I mean, you got to think about this. In the last 3 years, I've seen more shit than I have in 20 of my 43 years of life. And I've seen some weird stuff before then. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just, like I said, it's something out of like a bad movie or a sci-fi novel or something. Yeah, I really, really hope I hope everyone gets their stuff together. I just don't see that happening, though. Human beings being what they are. Oh, hey, Dark Woods, what's going on, man?
Glad to see that you're finally alive, man. You've been kind of teasing that for the last week or so. I was like, well, why don't you go ahead and do it?
It was an impulse thing, man. I just was like, you know what? Instead of doing like something which I normally do, why not? Because I was talking about Skinwalker Ranch. I was going to do it anyway. But I was like, I don't know much enough about it. I mean, I can do research, which is easy enough to do. But I was like, you know what? Why not give myself an education from other folks who would. Hang on, let's see what Jason says. Do I think it's possible that the reason Sasquatches and Dogmen are so strong that maybe due to they never shut off? Okay, let me enlighten you on something. This is something I do know about. I'm not an expert on these things, but I know a fair bit about animal biology. It's just something that's been a hobby since I was a child. Okay, let me enlighten you. I don't know about Dogman, but I can tell you about Bigfoot. It's close. It's probably physically closer to a primate. Okay, when it comes to that, large apes like gorillas, orangutans, chimps, also, we have what's known as very fine tactile muscle control in the muscle fibers in our body. We have it allows us to write and do things with art, artistically. It's much more of that. Primates have lesser they're advanced, but not quite as how can I say it's the best way? They're not quite as fine tuned, and it allows more explosive it allows more explosion of contraction from the muscle fibers in their bodies. It allows more strength, much more strength than any human is capable of. Also, they have higher muscle mass than we do. It's not always about adrenal function. It's there, but it has to do with, like I said, the way the muscle fibers contract and expand, and also has to do with the way of the muscle mass that's on the creature. Also, you got to think about. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, Jason knows. He gets the exact idea. Yes, that's exactly it. Also, you have again, you're talking about more muscle mass compared to, chimpanzee. It's better yet, a little bonobo, a little bonobo, which is of course is a variation of an ape. Those things I think have like 2 to 3 times the muscle mass of any human being. Of course, they're smaller, but it ain't mattering. They have more muscle and they're naturally stronger. I mean, believe me, you take a chimpanzee and put it against any MMA fighter, the chimp's going to rip the person limb from limb, especially if it's enraged. And then, yes, adrenal function's a big. Adrenal function does have a big factor into it. Also, when it comes to the Dogman, it's kind of the same thing. I'm pretty sure they have that type of situation. And also, think about this. Think on this: a 50-pound dog against a 200-pound man. If that dog is trained properly, let me tell you something. A 50-pound dog can rip a person if it's trained properly, or if it's a pit bull, for example. It's going to rip a person up. I don't care how big you are. You're going to hurt. You can't get rid of. I'm sorry. You ain't going to be able to knock something like that off unless you know what the hell you're doing. And that's much smaller than a person. A dog man is huge. There's different variants, but they're huge. They're massive creatures. And it is possible that what Jason's saying, that they seem to have more strength than their muscle mass would suggest. I think there may be even some other things going into aspect on that. I don't know. I think these creatures are interdimensional. So there may be properties that we just don't understand. I don't know. I think there's definitely more than what meets the eye. I'll tell you that now.
I'd say there's a lot more. I think there's a lot more out there that we kind of generalize and hint about, even in the fringe community that you and I are part of. That is true, and a lot of it is probably shuffled and hidden from the
Exactly.
everything that you could be on mainstream media. Look at Ghost. You and I both know ghosts are real,
No shit.
but you go into like a say a page where they're reporting mainstream media news, and it's relegated to the weird stuff, and then tongue in cheek from that point forward. So they're always going to set up and say, "No, man, that's not science, but science is biased."
Here's the hey, Jason. I got something for you. I respect that, and I try to do the same. But here's something else to think about. Also, skeletal density is another thing which really people don't understand. When it comes to muscle mass, skeletal density is another thing. Also, think on this: a gorilla, a big silverback gorilla. These things are, I mean, of course, a predator like a leopard. Of course, it's a predator. It's going to 9 times out of 10 kill a primate. But there have been stories of actually they found the bodies of a big male silverback gorilla that was defending his troop. He died defending it, but he killed a big old leopard or something like that was trying to go after his clan or tribe. I mean, I'm just saying, that right there takes some pretty impressive strength. I mean, a leopard can get up to like 250, 300 pounds and is many times stronger than any person. They can drag close to like a 800, 900-pound carcass up to a tree so lions won't get into it.
All right.
So, I mean, I think it has to do with bone structure as well. Yeah, exactly. Because if a person had the muscle mass of a gorilla, our skeleton would implode. It wouldn't be able to handle the strain. That's the reason. Also, look at the rib cage of a primate. Their rib cage is more like this, where ours is more like this. There's a reason for that. That is designed, it kind of goes in a triangle, upside down triangle, in order to handle all the dense muscle mass that's pressing in on the organs as well. That's another reason the neck is kind of put down, like almost against the collarbone, to handle all that massive muscle. Yeah, exactly. That makes a lot of sense, Shock, because you got to think about this. Them things eat. I'm pretty sure they eat just about anything and everything. There's been stories of these things carrying off cattle, deer. Hell, Vol was telling me about one time when he saw one grab a deer or elk or something by his legs and slam it against a tree, killing it. And they just carried that thing right off. That right there, man, is crazy. I mean, it has to have a very high protein calorie diet in order to sustain its mass, of course. And not a problem, Dave. Glad to do it. I just figured, why not? I mean, it was just a good idea, and I was figuring I've never done this. Normally, I put my own stuff out there, but I wanted to hear what other folks would have to say. Thanks, Darkwoods. I'm not going to be on much longer, maybe another 10, 15 minutes, and then I'm going to have to wrap this thing up. But like I said, I just wanted to see really how everything was working with this. I mean, it's definitely I might start doing more of these, probably once every couple of weeks, because I think it would definitely, number one, help the channel. Obviously, I'm not doing this for altruistic reasons, but also at the same time, I am to an extent. I want to give people more of a platform. That is what helps. That's what helps this community grow, anyway.
Well, you can probably, where you can put out these little videos, do a live recap for it.
Yeah, exactly. That too. I'll figure it out as time goes on. But I'm thinking, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to figure out. There have been many things on when it comes to Skinwalker Ranch. I know for a fact there have been. What fascinates me is that there have been. The best way I can say it, I know there have been. Like I said, they tried to. You can look on Google Maps or Earth or whatever the hell it is, and you can try to find different things. But a lot of times, I've heard reports of nothing being seen at all. So I mean, that right there means that Uncle Sam knows something's out there, and they're trying naturally, which is understandable to an extent, to try to cover it up.
I mean, but how much is it actually? Oh, whoops! We released accidentally or on purpose some sort of DNA experiment.
I try. I'm not going to say I'm a hard believer. I don't believe that. I do. But I think a lot of, I think a lot of that is possible. It is possible. I mean, look at Jurassic Park or some other movies. There was one I did a review on. It was funny. It was an awesome, corny movie. Had Kane Hodder in it as the werewolf of all things. Of course, those who know Kane Hodder, he plays Jason in most of the Jason movies. Friday the
Mhm.
13th. I love the guy. He's awesome. But it was a movie called Project Razor Beast. No, not Razor Beast, Metal Beast. That was an RP character anyway. It was called Project Metal Beast. It was a it was a movie that came out in the 90s. Let me go look here. I did a review on it. Hang on, let me go ahead and look at my channel here real fast because I think people might actually like this. Hang on. But it was a movie about just that. These idiots, they were like, hey, let me go ahead and tinker with a few things. They captured a werewolf, I want to say from South America, and this guy experimented on himself. He basically became one, and then of course they put him down and they bring him back as
Mhm.
like a cyborg werewolf. It was freaking ridiculous, but at the same time, it was awesome. Hang on here, let me see if I can find it. A movie reviews. Bear with me. Here we go. This thing right here. This will tell you a lot about it. And I would advise anyone if they've seen that movie to go watch it. It's actually a pretty good one. Hang on. There we go. Let me see here. There we go. It's a yeah. That Jason's exactly right. That was exactly. Yes, that's exactly it. But anyway, I think that's a soft disclosure. Of course, it's entertainment. But I think a lot of these Hollywood directors know a lot more than what they're going to admit. They're not stupid. They're not going to put their lives on the line like that or their livelihood. You can't blame them for that. Yes, it was extremely hilarious and stupid. But I also think it was an attempt at soft disclosure. That's just my opinion. And of course, you have the more mainstream stuff like Jurassic Park. Think about that. Of course, I've been doing this shit for a long time. So yeah, it's
Well,
definitely could be. Go ahead.
I saw a commercial. I actually saw a real commercial
Okay.
where they had chimera pigs, and so the medical accomplishments we can get out of researching mixing human DNA with pigs,
I've
and
heard
they
of
were
that.
trying. Yeah, this is absolutely true, and I was like, I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah, they've
what?
been. They try to make. Isn't it like compatible organs with people, like for like
Oh
transplants and
yeah,
stuff?
yeah,
I
but
wouldn't be
you know,
surprised if they put that
if
stem research too.
well, think about this. I've read stories where they've, did the research on these pigs that are mixed with the DNA of humans.
Yeah,
That whatever pod or whatever you call a group of uh, pigs
bacon.
got mixed, bacon got mixed with actual commercial pigs to be released for the food for humans.
That's not good.
Now that being said,
Oh
did they
yeah.
do that? I don't know. Is it a possibility? Absolutely.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. And here's the thing, human beings by nature are stupid. I try to be more positive, but I can't. With this, Albert Einstein himself said that basically he didn't know which was more infinite, human stupidity or the universe. He thought it was human stupidity. But in all seriousness, I'll get to the point. A lot of times it has to do with the fact that people make mistakes. Here's my point. Maybe some guy he was tired, he got drunk, maybe he got something stupid. Maybe he had to take a crow because he had Mexican for dinner, and basically something gets out. And of course, what's going to happen? Good luck trying to catch that thing, especially if it's a dog man or something that has been tinkered with. Number one, it ain't stupid. Number two, it's probably vicious and very just dangerous. Ain't no one going to want to go after that thing. They're going to be like, "Hell, we'll cut this as a loss. Oh, there's a little collateral damage. There's little Jimmy's been found eaten." I think that's definitely a situation. What was the movie they
Uh,
were talking about? Donald,
dark,
Dr. Moreau. That was a good movie. It was depressing, but it was a good movie.
Darkwoods, enjoy your sausage. I had some bacon this morning, so I'm not that far off that.
No, I just had some sausage. I had a couple of sausage biscuits, little ones. Not even right before I started the stream. What was this? The catalyst said most people believe. Of course, that's human nature. People fear what they don't understand. Of course, they either that or they. Hey, Sandra. Either that or they. Bear with me. It's either that or they denial is what I was trying to say. They go into denial about it. Like, oh, this can't be existing. It can't be around. Naturally they would see that because your mind can't comprehend what you just witnessed. I've talked to a couple of people like that doing what I do. And believe me, it's absolutely crazy. Hey, Sandra. Like I said, in about 5 minutes, I'm going to close this thing out. But I was going to ask, does anyone else have any theories on what could be out there in Skinwalker Ranch before I do? Anybody have any ideas of what?
Well, here's a theory. Since it is so commercialized, they've got oodles of books, documentaries, a current series on History Channel. How much of it has been hyped up to the point where they want to get more money out of it?
Of course.
So you kind of wonder, I did a little bit last night. You're doing a little bit right now on Skinwalker Ranch, which
them boys. Oh, them guys are. I'm pretty sure them guys who's probably smoke nicer cigars never get a hold of, and sitting in little clouded rooms with whatever, and probably have a 2,000 a night hooker right by him. He's going like this. Oh hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Keep talking about it. Getting more attention to what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Oh, I hear you there. Cool. Oh yeah. Anything, I think you're right. They are exploiting it, but it's definitely built on something. That's all I'm saying. It's built on something. That's what I know. It is built on something that's really going on. Believe me, if I wanted to, this is the truth. God, strike me down if I'm telling anything else. Hang on, what was this? The entity in Skinwalker Ranch definitely had an intelligence. Oh, definitely. No doubt about that. There is what was this? Jesse Ventura discovered in the lab chimeras. Yeah, that's the proper word. I wouldn't be surprised. Super Soldiers, one of the best books. Anyone should read about that. You probably know this about this one, Sean. It's by Dean Koontz. Watchers.
Oh yeah.
That to me, I mean, there's another one. It's called Twilight Eyes, I think, or Eyes of Twilight. One of the two. And it's not even connected to that stupid vampire crap. It was long before then. It's about a young man who can see creatures they're older than time, known civilization, and they've been living among us human beings, but they're nefarious, man. It's a very good book. I think Dean Koontz has had either some inside knowledge or something talking to him. Believe me, I'm not slamming the dude. He's one of my favorite writers of all time. But I'm just saying that there's something up with that, especially with Watchers. There's no doubt about that in my mind. I
have no doubt whatsoever that demons, angels, you name it, is walking among us. We may not be able to distinguish it. Some people probably can see them and they go nuts.
Of course.
So, yeah.
Well, think about this. You have to understand, I've been in the mental health field for a very long time, unfortunately, whether I like it or not. I mean, I've been different places. One of the places, there was a young man. He was a cool guy, but he had severe schizophrenia. And this poor guy saw so much stuff. And he told us, all of us in this group, he would see demons. He saw demons regularly. And of course, a lot of that may have been his disease, but I think also that illness, it does something to the mind that separates the veil, and people who have that situation see more. Maybe these things legitimately drive people nuts too. They don't come back the same.
Yep. Well, buddy, it's good to see you finally on a live stream.
Not a problem, brother. Unfortunately, guys, that's something I have to cut this short, but I appreciate you, Sean, and also look at you can hear me, and everyone. I'm going to be doing these probably once every couple of weeks, and I will definitely, like I said, I'll be around. But either way, I appreciate you, Sean, and you be careful, man. I'll be talking to you guys later.
See you guys.